Cheers, boys. Do me a favor and close your eyes for a second. Now imagine someone who does the work when it's time to do the work. And when they're doing the work, they don't have those random thoughts about stimulation. They don't want to open a web browser. They don't want to open Facebook and chat. They don't want to open Instagram and like pictures. They don't want to open TikTok and start scrolling. No, when they do the work, they are fully immersed in their work. Now picture yourself as that person, because that is who I am today after my 7 days of dopamine detox. And you can achieve the same thing. I never thought it would be possible for me to become that person. I always had, those thoughts that you want stimulation. As soon as you sit down, you do the work for like 5 minutes, and then you want some stimulations. You want to open a web browser. You want to go on Reddit. You want to read something else. Why? Because your brain had that little thought, and you have not been trained to resist those thoughts. And that is how I feel after 7 days of dopamine. I feel like I've been training that skill of, okay, I have a thought in my mind. I want to have some stimulation, but I'm not letting my brain win. I am in control. I need to do my work, so I will do my work. It's a skill that can be trained. And this is what a dopamine detox trains. And I'm so proud of myself for finishing that 7 days. One, because I was actually able to finish that 7 days without giving in. But secondly, I'm so glad that I did it, because I never thought I was that person that would be able to do a dopamine detox. I never saw myself as that person. I always thought it would not work for me. I could not do it. I was not special enough to do a dopamine detox. I always coped and said, it's not for me. I cannot do it. And that is why when the trend was very popular, like a couple of years ago, I did not do it. And I coped. I kept telling myself, it's not for me, it's not right. I won't be able to do it. And I always delayed it. I knew it was something that I would like or that I would benefit from, but I always delayed it because I never thought it was for me. I never thought I was that person that would be able to do a dopamine detox. And I'm so glad that that mental barrier is now lifted in my mind. It's not there anymore. And I'm not going to sugarcoat it. It was so hard in the beginning because we are so used to having those stimulations 24/7. And when one day we get rid of them, it is so hard to even do the most basic task because our dopamine level is so low compared to what it's used to. It was so hard in the beginning when I first started in the first days. But after each day, it kept getting easier and easier. I remember when I first started, I had to motivate myself really hard. Okay, it's time to do the work now. And on the last days, I would just sit down. It was time, and I knew I had to work. I just opened my software and I started working. I just picked up my book and started reading. It was so effortless because my mind knew it was work time and I did not have those stimulations. I had those thoughts, but I had the resistance. I was able to resist those thoughts. And there were so many days where I sat down and I just wanted to pick up my phone. I just wanted to go on social media. I just wanted to watch one video, just one. But I did not cave in. I stayed strong and I practiced my skill. I learned a new skill that it's not because you have a thought that you have to act on it. You can delay it. And it trains your mind, it trains your brain that having thoughts is okay, but not acting on them is perfectly fine. You can want something, but get it later. You don't need to have everything right now. What happens when you need to do the work and you want to do something else. You stop working and you do that thing that you want so badly. But what does it give you? You did not do any work, and now you're late, and you have to do a lot of work to catch up. So it just messes up your life in the long term. In the short term, you get so much gratification because every single thought you have, you act on it. It's gratifying, but in the long term, you're not even able to do the work for like 50 minutes without stopping. So long term, it affects you. So I'm so glad that I was able, even though it was super hard, it was so hard, I'm so glad that I was able to do that week. It really shifted something in my mind. I had some beliefs at the beginning of the week, and now I feel like this week taught me that some things that I thought were true, they were actually not. The first one is I thought I needed music to perform at the gym, but I don't. I realized I don't need music. I can perform at the gym without any music. And not only at the gym, but I don't need that perfect environment in order to work. I don't need to have my perfect routine in the morning. I don't need to have that perfect environment. I don't need to watch one video and then do something else and then something else, and then I'm able to work. I can just wake up and go straight to work. This is what I did for a full week. I woke up at 7. I went to my computer. I started writing or editing. That's all I did. I don't need that picture perfect thing. I can just sit up, choose to work, and then do the work. And you can all do that as well. And it changed my belief. It changed my mindset, and it also changed the idea that I had of myself. It changed my self-image, who I thought I was, because I never thought I would be someone that could do a full week of dopamine detox. But I did it. It changed who I am. It changed my mind. It changed my perception of myself. And I truly wish that for anyone that thinks they're not capable of doing a full week, or it's not right for you because you have some limiting beliefs in your mind, I challenge you to do it. I challenge you to do it 7 days. And you will be able to do it. It's only in your mind. You're limiting yourself. You're limiting your potential in your mind. It's the mind that is scared. It's just fear talking. And you have to sometimes just do the work. You have to do the activity. You have to do the task. It's no matter how much you tell yourself, yeah, I'm able to do it. If you don't experience it, then you'll never know. And I guarantee it, all of you can try it right now. You can all do a 7 days dopamine detox. If I can do it, so can you. You all can. It's like riding a bicycle. The first step is always the hardest. After that, it goes so well. And all it takes sometimes is just the first push, that first step that's going to start something. And when you start it, then it's emotion, and it's so hard to stop. It was so hard. It took me, I think 3 years was the first time that I've seen a dopamine detox on YouTube. It took me 3 years. And it was so easy. I wished I'd done it sooner. It's the first step that's always the hardest. And when you start, it's so easy. Everything is easy because your emotion, it's so easy to continue. But that's the end for my 7 days dopamine detox. I'm really debating if I do a 30 days beginning in April. That will have some minor adjustments. I'll change a few things because it's gonna be 30 days. I'm really debating it. I might have to set some new rules. So let me know if this is something that you would like to see as some more content. Just comment it down below. Comment also if you need some tips, or if you have some tips regarding dopamine detox for me. Also subscribe if you're not already subscribed. And remember, do what is required of you, not what you feel like doing.